Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And this will wind up as Saints 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Levis out of the shotgun now. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a early scramble reviewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd down, Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Shifts by him. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for the Buccaneer TD. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So the pick 6, and now Levis right back to the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action now. Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Levis on 3rd down. And that one complete to Hodgins. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Levis looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they get it rather easily there. A gain of 9 on 4th and 3. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll throw it again with Levis. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Levis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go.
Inside handoff. Henry fights him off. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Levis. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Levis completes this out wide. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he pushes forward and comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Now Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Taken down by Pete Werner. The Buccaneers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, they'll run with White, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They stay on the ground with White. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, a quick throw but incomplete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On the give, here's McBride. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. That's completed right side to Palmer. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Fighting his way through contact. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a 2nd and 10. Levis back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to run about right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Levis now on 1st and 10. He dumps it off for Henry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Levis sets up to throw here. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Here comes the Saints punter now.
Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins.
Fielded at the 20. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Run. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real. What's that?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that would be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
He'll take it at the 42. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10.
14. Buccaneers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Regular. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now on second down. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. He's to the 10. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the...
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on first and 10 at their own 18.
Point it right. What?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A run here with McBride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Regular.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Alert! Hey, alert!
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
On the jump.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Now he's into the clear again, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
When he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Running from the gun with Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to, but when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's Henry. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. So they went a little cautious there on third and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
King. Regular. One time.
Mayfield down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. The second and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
Alert! Done.
Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hey.
A first down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Levis to throw it.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yaya Diaby
able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here's Levis.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Point it right, point it right.
Here's
point it right.
2nd and 10.
Real. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Pistol.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pete Werner.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Saints.
Ready.
Henry up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, here's Hill.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Again to Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drop. Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. And that will set them up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it running right and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Saints 44, Buccaneers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
A big gain.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for New Orleans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.